Day 43, right? Or is it 42? I believe it's 43. And not at camp today because I was supposed to work. I'm currently off the first 4 hours, so we'll see what happens. They might call me into work, they might not. I like hitting the tree stump a lot of times because it makes me actually swing through, unlike when I'm hitting that dummy. Yo, what's up everybody? I hit a tree stump with a sword. And it's because it's a really great thing to hit a sword, because now they have this big notch in it. I actually swing like through the target. Hey, thanks for hitting that like. It's a lot better than, who was that? Dom's Fishing. Hey, it's a lot nicer than just hitting a dummy all the time, where you hit the dummy, you get so used to just hitting the dummy and that's where your sword stops. So I like hitting the tree stump once in a while, because that actually, Seamstress, what's up? Lets you kind of swing through the target. Oh, Seamstress, hey. Thanks. Alright, I'm only here with my longsword. Work has called me off for the first 4 hours. I could be at camp, but I have to wait around till 9 to call in and see if they're going to need me tonight. Just here with the longsword in the park. Honestly, I don't really have anything awesomely cool to do like usual. For donations, appreciate it. You gotta watch you don't hit your own arm. I saw that sloth. That was awesome. I need to get a Discord, I guess. Every once in a while you might see some sawdust flying around here. I should plug this in. See, that kind of sucks. Hey, I should be at camp, but I'm not, because I was supposed to work. The dummy's at work. All my everything I use it for all this is at work. We're keeping track on a piece of paper today, because like I was saying, everything's up there. Let's get the paper. We'll see where we're at. Actually, I'm going to do it different. I'm not going to do sets of 100. I'm just going to keep doing sets. We'll write them down, the numbers as we go. We'll have a really random number in the end. I have to call work at 9 o'clock to see if they want me to come in or not. If not, it's off to camp. If I have to go to work, well, then I'm up all night. In the meantime, we can get some hits on Pell. Whoops. Alright, here's the sheet of paper. Let's get it. So, we'll write it in the pen. So that would be like about 160, everybody. There's a bug on there. Alright. We're using a pad and piece of paper. Everything for my dummy, even my good gloves are up there. So I got these half gloves. Hey! Nate, what's up, Nate? Oh, wait. Lord Salmon. Hey. Add the sticker. Come on. For Lord Salmon. Is the broadcast crappy or something? Like, it's taking forever to edit this. To edit this. Yeah, so I should be at camp around 10 p.m. tonight if everything goes okay. The ER is not that busy, so they let me stay at home. What's up, Nate? I would much rather be hitting a dummy. I basically just woke up, work called, and they're like, hey man, do you want to have 4 hours off? I was like, sure, because then I can do this. Otherwise I'd be having to get ready for work here in a half hour. It's paid time off, but you know, so what's going to happen is I have to call them at 9, and if the ER is not busy, then I'm cool. Thanks for smashing that live button, everybody. Good. Hey, sorry, I missed the level up thing, man. I don't have any cool things to do for gifts today. I'm just stuck at this tree stump with a longsword and these half gloves, gym gloves. And yeah, so I have to call in at 9 p.m. And if they're like, no, it's cool, you can stay home, then I'm just driving right to camp. I just wanted to zip up the pocket of my shorts and they broke. The zipper came off. All right, well, we better leave that unzipped. Better leave. Zipper breaks. You like to put your wallet in your pocket. Do you leave it forever zipped or unzipped? I guess you have to leave it unzipped, right? So you can put your stuff in or out. Here comes a car. A lot of times they'll come by. I actually sort stuff up here a lot, and people just kind of stare like, what is going on? Ugh. We do have some water. I gotta move that sticker up. Hang on. Let me move the position of this sticker. There we go. Oh, and can we move it over? Ha! Better. Alright. So I'm hitting a tree stump over and over, because that's what I do. And it's great because I'm actually swinging through the target. So my sword's ending down here. Oh. A little bit of impact too. So what's going to happen is I'm streaming, at least for a little while. I'd like to get in a couple thousand hits if possible, because why not? And then I have to go to the arts and crafts store. Yo, what's up, Gray Matter? What's up, Zuki? Oh, cherries times 4, like I was saying. All I got today to share are these. I can't tell if that's sweat on my neck or a bug. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for donations. It's just goes to the dummy, like I was saying at the end. We're gonna have to buy a whole new dummy because we're gonna totally wreck it. But I don't have anything really cool. I don't want to smack this stump too hard because then I hurt my joints. We just did, I think that was 70. Hang on. Boop, boop, 70. Thank you, Salmon. The dude driving by. I'm like, thank you, Salmon. That guy's like looking out the window. I think he thought I was talking to him. Anyway, that is weird. So, yeah. We're just going to hit this a bunch of times. It's different scenery at least, right, everybody? There's just the 5 of us here. Hey, what's up, Gil? Nate, thanks for the like. Basically, I have to wait around town until at least 9. Like, calling at 9, if like, hey, you can go. Hey, my sword fell. But around like 8, I have to go and buy arts and crafts stuff for people at camp that need it. We need varnish, apparently. Oh, there's all these little lantern flies popping out of here now. Huh. They must like this tree stump. They like the tree stump more than me. Hey, thanks for joining. Did I miss a comment there? No, it just says encourage viewers to share the live. If you're not a regular, share the live. Alright, here we go. I'm not always hitting tree stumps. Whoa. A bug. Whoa. I missed because I let go with my left hand. Actually, the impact of this is, I think, hurt one of my knuckles. On the inside. Whoop. Get to chat in 1 minute. Alright, chat, what is up? Another set in the books. Alrighty. We'll add all these numbers up at the end. So we're at about 300 for today so far. Who's even tuned in? Let's find out, because I see it's the same as before. Yo, what is up? Oh, what's up, Drama? What's up, Jay Bows? What's up, Lord Salmon? Still tuned in there? Hey. Oh. I hate waiting around to see if work needs me, but apparently that's what we're doing. So if I go back to camp tonight, the thing is I won't get there till probably like 10:15 or something like that. So there's gonna be nothing to do except there's a big metal container with liquid inside that you can consume, which will be fun. Yo, what's up there? Potent Knowledge. Hey, hitting the tree stump. Oh. Salmon, I'm not saying you gotta tune in, but if you do, it's not a Buick Century, it's one of those Dodge, it's like that K car, isn't it? The K car? Right, here we go. Oh, I got a flash goal, it says. Yay. We'll pin it up there. Alright, let's go. Hitting the dummy, or whatever it is. It's not a dummy, it's a tree stump. Hitting the tree stump. Got water, I got Baja Blast. Oh yeah. bark was flying. Wood chips are flying. Whoa, again. Good, I had the safety glasses on that one. Ugh. Ugh. Hitting the tree stump's great, but it is a lot of impact, a lot more impact than I'm used to lately. Make sure I'm not missing chat. I put that there so I'd hopefully see it better. Anybody got a topic to talk about, let me know. And we can talk about stuff. Or else pretty soon I'll just start talking about whatever. So, yeah, I know I can talk about real quick. My upload today. It took me 5 tries. It did not say, oh, this is what you're doing wrong. It just kept saying it's banned for whatever. It gives you a list of like 5 reasons. So, I tried about 5 times to get this thing uploaded. It's not like, hey, it's because you're using this power tool, or hey, which I think was the culprit at the beginning, or it could have been that the girl's in a half shirt. And then there's a girl in like a half shirt, and then there's this guy without a shirt. And I thought maybe it could have been getting the two of them confused. I'm thinking maybe that was her again. So I don't know. It just doesn't say. So it took me 5 tries to get it uploaded. And on the 5th try, I was like, screw it. Like, I'll just file the appeal. And I won the appeal, but it's so stupid because you miss all that time. Hey, did somebody give a rose? Oh, Lord Salmon. Hey. Aha. Thanks for the rose. So, you know, it takes me 5 tries to get a video uploaded today. Hey, what's up? And it's a long format video. What's up? Oh, the king. What's up? I'm gonna hit this tree stump, man, in a moment. We're over 400 hits on hitting this tree today. I'm just complaining about my uploads today. Trying to upload to TikTok. 5 tries, right? Freaking, it doesn't tell you why. It's just like, oh, you know, there's something wrong with your, Dylan, what's up? Something wrong with your video. Pick out of these 5 things. What do you think it is? So I thought maybe it was because there's a girl and she's in a half shirt. She's like this, and the camera's panning around, and then it zooms in on this dude without any shirt. I was thinking maybe it was thinking it was a girl, and then I'm like, no. Also, his butt crack was kind of hanging out of his pants, but then I was like, that's probably not it. And I'm like, you know what? I bet it's the power tools, because you know, you even have to put a disclaimer if you're hitting something with a sword, like, you know, fake sword. Don't try it home. So I put this disclaimer, like never use power tools, don't try it home, still failed. I was like, okay, I was like, what is this nonsense? So I uploaded it the 5th time, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just I'm just gonna do the appeal, and we'll see if I just win the appeal. So then you wait around, so then obviously you lose all that time where it's not in the algorithm, so eventually it approves it. Kind of dumb. You know, you lose that precious time where it could have been in the algorithm, fresh video, fresh new content, getting some views, but nah. Anyway, you can check it out. It's my, oh, thanks. Hey, thanks about the shirt. Who's that? Mutiny. The Toy Machine, my best brand for life. I'm 46 now. I haven't really skated. Technically, I haven't skated at all in like probably 2 years, because we used to skate here. This is a great place if you gotta go or you left. I can't tell from here, but don't feel obligated to stick around to listen to this. This down here is just totally, it's a pavilion, totally hardwood floors. They have performances in there. We used to skate in there all the time growing up. I skated for over 10 years. Let's see. Yeah, probably a good 15 years. We used to make skate videos, everything. And anyway, that place there it's a pavilion, and we used to come here whenever it was raining out. You could skate in there all day, or in the winter. I used to skate. Now I swing swords. Whoa. If anyone was here earlier in the beginning, though, you kind of see what I mean. Like, you end up swinging through your target more here than when you're training on a dummy. My sword actually has to go all the way through, when in general on the dummy it'd be stopping here. At least here I have to go all the way through. Oh, I actually hit that lanternfly. I missed the first time. I hit it on the second try. The state government tells me to kill lanternflies. Is that Tin Man? No, Boo the Hurt. Got the same color kind of from back there, the logos. Who made the sword? Are you still there? Sorry. This is Purple Heart Armory. It's a little rusty, as you can see. It's a practice sword. All my cleaning stuff, I was going to clean up too before this broadcast, and I was like, oh, darn it, I left it all up at camp. It's Purple Heart Armory, 195 bucks. It has some flex to it. You can actually use it in HEMA. As you can see, it has this rolled tip. You can't use it in Boo Hurt. I have hit this tree stump. I've hit the dummy with this. I bet you 1,000,000 times this has 1,000,000 hits on it. On the softer kind of dummy, the bob dummy, and on this tree stump. And it's still in one piece. That's as loose as the crossguard is. The crossguard shouldn't get too much looser unless you're actually taking hits with it. You know what I mean? Because how this works, this blade goes all the way through here, and they kind of flatten it off. Down here, this slides on, they flatten it off. And then to hold this up, this blade's kind of flat here. And these are wooden inserts. So over time, if you can just imagine when you're getting here, this just flattens and busts the wood down, breaks the wood down. So eventually it gets really loose. I have fought HEMA with this a few times. Oh, I gotta write that set down. Don't fall, sword. Day 43, I'm just kind of writing it down on a piece of paper. My usual whiteboard is at camp, so I cannot actually just update it like usual. Lower quality props today, everybody. Tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we'll be hitting a dummy. Tomorrow morning, I might go for a big episode, because there's only going to be a couple of us at camp for a couple days. I'm going to look and see what free classes they got at camp. And if there's nothing super early in the morning, I'm going to start streaming early. We're going to get a ton of hits in. Mantis Knight. Yo. Thanks. I don't even know if you're still there. Thanks for hitting that button. I'm waiting for work to call me on or off work. And that's going to be at 9 o'clock. I'm going to find out. Getting some impact work in here. Mantis, I don't know. I'm guessing if you're still here, you know why I like hitting this tree stump? Because see how far I can actually swing my sword till it hits the target? It's almost as close to like shadow boxing with a Pell as you can get. It's kind of low. You know, I'm like, poof, here. Sword is stopping here. Here. So that way, you know, like when you're actually fighting in Boo Hurt, You know, I think it's a good thing. You don't want to miss and have your sword go down like that. And I've been getting into the habit where a lot of times if I miss, like if I miss bad these days. It's probably from giving up on some of the things. Oh, cool. Nice. All right, yeah. It's a tree stump and it's got this notch in it. So the sword bottoms out on the opposite notch. And instead of hitting the dummy where the sword stops here all the time and I'm just aiming at the dummy, you know what I mean? Like here I actually have to swing through it. And I try and keep a good form so that when I hit, my sword point's still facing up. You know, like you don't want to face it right at them. Obviously, after what happened to Danny with that longsword fight, you don't want to you don't want to stop and have the point aiming at them. Or if you do, you don't want to like keep it aiming at them. If you miss somebody, it's so much easier to recover if you don't swing all the way through. Besides, my dummy and everything's all up at camp, so I don't have a choice except I was like, oh, I'll go hit the tree stump for a little while. And it's kind of like we're just doing random numbers. Like I believe that right there was 66. I'm not counting those, I just want to stay in the tree stump. It might be hundreds, it might be less, it might be more. This is what we got here. What? In the nose. If you got time, tell me about how that happened. I got poked in the eye this year. I don't know if you know, I got poked in the eye this year. Luckily, like I closed my eye. What's up, Tin Man? Luckily, I closed my eye. I'm really considering trying to find clear safety glasses to wear under my helmet. I have to go buy varnish for one of my friends at camp tonight. I may go try and find some clear glasses and try them on under my helmet. Because the thing is, like, you have... So, oh man. Hollywood. I'm just going to say now, no obligation, don't feel tempted to donate. I'm thanking you from yesterday. Like, that was awesome. That was crazy. I didn't know what that was until I looked it up, so much appreciated for that donation. I was waiting to thank you in person. I make a highlight video, so all the donations, you know, get in there, but it just goes in order of, like, what it tells me the ranks of the gifts. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. That was super awesome. We used Dave the Sword Guy's cool tournament level swords for the reward for that one. The sword tip went through your wolf rib so you got poked by a sword, not just in the nose, but like it went into your nose. Oh my god. Super fun, I bet. Did you throw your hands up? What did you do? Let me get a set while we're talking. I'll tell you what happened to me. So when I got poked in the eye, right? Yo, Tin Man, what up? It says say hi. I'm gonna hit the button where it says say hi. So whenever I got poked in the eye, I went like this and I turned around and I dove down on like 2 knees. And they told me that because I went like this, it meant I forfeit. It was the most stupid rule I ever heard. Oh, thank you. And thanks for the heart me. I don't have anything super cool to do today in return for donations, by the way. I'm just stuck here with my longsword. If anyone just tuned in and you didn't hear me earlier yet, I was saying I'm waiting for work to call me off. The emergency room was not busy. So like, would you like 4 hours off? Call in at 9, see if we need you. I was like, sure. So all my stuff's at camp. And camp's an hour away. So we're here. But like when Salmon was here, that is my biggest thanks for everybody. That anyone is even here just to watch me like hit a sword. I hope I talk about enough cool stuff that it's not, that's the entertaining part, but you know, appreciate it, much appreciated. Nice, well thanks. make sure I didn't miss this thing what we're talking about. So, Mantis was talking about oh, so you actually were bleeding. Huh. Hello, what's up, Viking riding? Oh, yeah, nice. Tin Man. Heck yeah. Are you posting anything, like a photo of it at all? So he actually got poked with his wolf rib. A sword tip went into his nose. That's insane. Oh my god. I can't even imagine that happening. Let me get some reps in here. I'm coming back to chat. I wish chat was just right here. I wish I could just wear goggles that I could see chat as we're talking. I was talking earlier about how my upload for today, it took 5 tries. It's a longer upload because it's funny. It's like a 4-minute long video. I thought it was hilarious. I uploaded it. Anyway, 5 tries. It kept getting banned. They kept saying it wasn't eligible to be viewed. It's like, it's so dumb. And it doesn't tell you why. Anyway, starting. Oh, hey everybody who's here, because you would know. You know. I donated the money to Alex Ding's family today. So this video, the highlight video, we'll also have I'll put the PayPal receipt in, just so you know. If anyone is curious. So there's a lantern fly. Yeah, I donated it today. It cleared. PayPal is just kind of dumb, like how 10, 20, no, it's like 15 years later, I still can't have a PayPal account. So I had to put my money. Oh, Tin Man. Everybody gets salmon with the cherries. Ba, ba, ba. Tin Man with the cherries. Ba, ba, ba. Thank you. I was saying something. Can I get just a stick in there? So, what was I saying? Anyway, I don't know. Oh yeah, PayPal. 15 years later, I still can't create a PayPal account. So I had to put money through, I had to get money into the PayPal. Long story short, I donated all the money from that live stream we had the other day to Alex's family, and I put it as Bachata Night and Friends. So everybody who's here donated, even if people didn't donate, we're just here for the whatever you call it, live stream. I don't know why it won't. You don't get a whole lot of options. It says Tin Man Nye. Oh, it erased. Even people that were just here. Nate, if you're here, you were here for it, you know. There we go. That includes all of us. Anybody who's here, even if no one was donating, everybody who's here, just with that whole Alex stream that we dedicated to Alex, appreciate it. Sucks still, but I hope that what we did can make a little bit of a difference, you know. I started this set here at 30. I swear in my life, I totally believe we were at more than 30. We'll hit it a couple extra times, just to be sure. I don't know. I like to try and be accurate, but things I started talking and then I totally forgot. Here's an even better idea. Let's just restart the set. All these lantern flies are popping out of this tree. We're upsetting them today, that's for sure. Rob, so you know what? I've hit this thing. Hold on, lantern fly. They're escaping. I've hit this thing so many times. So two things. I think this sword is pretty durable. I am like hitting it basically like on edge. You know, I'm having pretty decent strikes on it. The other thing too, like, this is like my sword. This is like, I love this sword, but at the same time, if something happened to it, I wouldn't be that upset. It's just for practice. I actually forgot this up here one day. I had leaned it against a tree stump, and I took all my stuff down there, and I left this in it, and I went home, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot. I had left it like on the back side of the tree stump, like where the road is where I parked down there, and the park was closed. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go up in the morning. I was like, I could sneak into the park, because they lock it up, you know? I was like, no. We used to come here when we were kids. We used to sneak into the park. It's fun when you're in the park when you're not supposed to be. But at the same time, it's not that exciting. You're just in the park. It's just totally dark. That last set, I think I left off on 30. We'll just say 20. So I'm going to turn this 16 to 80, because we did at least 20 that I counted in my head. So we did some free hits on the tree stump today. And the reason I like to hit this tree stump, it's maybe a little bit harder to see from the back, but it's shaped like this, like a U. And I swing at the notches, and the sword bottoms out like on the notches. So it's like I'm actually swinging through a target before it stops. Not like usually when I hit the dummy and it stops on the dummy. Yo, oh, hey, Miss Pam, what's up? Hey, I don't know if you're still there. Oh, what's up? Hey, living life out in Pennsylvania. Haha. No, I didn't. Nuh-uh. Haha. No. I still peeking on your TikToks. It's not that, you know, just a lot going on. Not any further than last time, if you know what I mean. Definitely never forget you. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Nate? Oh, school stuff. Oh, you got to go to your school for stuff. Yeah, how are you doing? You know what? It's just like basically, man, I don't even. I still got some muscle size, right, after losing this weight. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, I peeked in on your stuff, your uploads the other day. Tell you what, I was actually gonna send you a message if you're still there. I might have tickets to Cedar Point, and they're good through August, and I don't know what's up with it or not. As far as like the times, I was actually gonna send you a message. I have to get the tickets, so I'm pretty sure I might have tickets. I don't even know if you like that kind of stuff. I will. What's up, Jenny? Yeah, but I liked some of your uploads lately, so you know I didn't forget. Just, you know, everything going on, trying to get this house done. Like, oh, the building, remodeling a house can be a nightmare. I'm trying to get the electric going, but at the same time now I'm thinking, like, should I get the plumbing going? Because if I get the plumbing going, I don't have to keep going somewhere to go to the bathroom. If I get the electric going, it's like I can afford one or the other at the time, you know what I mean? If I get the plumbing going, we can go to the bathroom in the house. If I go to, well, it's actually just me building it. Favorite drink? Yeah, all right, I'll talk to you about it. I'll talk to you about something here soon. Mantis Night, yo. So, favorite drink, are you talking about favorite drink like just in general, or favorite drink for when you're old enough? Robert, hey, thanks for tuning in. Robert, we're just kind of just talking, hitting a tree stump today. Everybody, just so you know, tomorrow morning, or it should be early morning, I'm going to try and get like probably at least 3 hours of hitting a dummy up at Medieval Camp. And tomorrow, one of these upcoming nights, I'm going to take a whole tour, because everybody should be settled in for first week. We'll go on a live walk. We'll go through the merchant's booth and everything. It'll be a great broadcast if anyone wants to check it out. I upload all these in long format on my YouTube, though, too. So anyone just, the same name, but try tonight. All these make it there. Just it's usually a couple days later, because I have to wait till I have wireless and all that stuff. Yo, Omni Dad again. What's up? In general, Favorite drink. I actually have it here. I would say, by default, we'll just leave water out of it. But there's nothing like a good glass of water. Nice filtered water. Pam's still here? Let me, because I'm going to say bye. Nope, already outie. Alright. Mantis, what's up? Seamstress, what's up? Omnidad. Favorite ever. Ah. If I had to pick, like, you know, and they don't even have to be my voice. They don't even have to be adult drinks. You can, because you can get them like, you know, the non-adult versions. But I would say probably pina colada. If I had to pick a flavor, that kind of stuff. Honeydew. I have not. Let me get some hits in here. We're still talking. Don't worry. There's so many lantern flies popping out of here. We're gonna hit this one. I'm coming right back to chat. Hold on. And Nate, what's your, you got a favorite? What's yours? Or pick two. Like, what's your favorite? What if you go somewhere and they could sell any drinks in the world and you ordered one, your favorite, and they're out? Like, what would you say was your backup? Excluding water and milk. No, you can say milk. At least excluding water. That was about 40. Let me just get to like at least 100. There goes a car. The people are like, what in the heck is this guy doing? $85, $86, hold on, $70, $91. That's about 100. I'm coming back to chat. Let me get a random set of this. 9, 10, 11, 12. 115. That would be some content, man. Me and Miss Pam at Cedar Point. Let's see. Moss, what's up? Omnidad. What's your team, Omnidad? Mrs. Oh, Moss, thanks for hitting a like. Hold on, I missed something. Moss, thanks for hitting a like multiple times. The popcorn, man. Hey, Moss, anybody, just so you know, I'm just going to say it, I just said it. Tomorrow morning, hitting a dummy. One of these in the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to have a live stream, and we're going to walk through the whole Pensick. Because I know, Moss, you're talking about checking out sometime. And if you miss it, don't worry. The whole thing, these all eventually get uploaded to YouTube. This whole thing gets uploaded. You don't see the chat. But you know what I mean? Like the whole thing. So if you miss it, just so you know. But we're going to take a walk. Everything should be set up tomorrow. I think some of the merchants will be open. We're going to take our first walk through. And we're going to walk all the way down through the bottom where all the really cool kids hang out and the parties are. Friday is the big rum party at the pirate ship. But I don't know if I'm going to stream that. Because that could be very bad. That would actually probably get me banned, streaming down there. I'm looking for a thing about Omnidad. What did I miss there in chat? Jeez, chat was like on fire. Alright, hold on. Nate, did I even see Nate's drink? We're talking about regular, any kind of drinks. Omnidad, I'm not seeing the comment. Ugh. Oh, mosquito. If you ever see me slap myself in the face because there's a mosquito. What's up? Thanks for joining. Yo, thanks. 5,000 likes is insane, everybody. I don't know what it is, but we got some of the best freaking people on TikTok in our little crew here. When someone goes live, like with the like buttons. When I'm at work, if I can, I sit there this is what I do. I do a couple things. I sit on the screen. I do this 3 tap while I'm watching, and I keep the 3 tap off to the side so it doesn't get in the way. Sometimes I do the 2 thumb thing, and I'm a little bit faster on my left hand than the right hand for some reason. So I'll do this, and I play a game where I try and time it so that they alternate, and then I can go like really, really fast. And then when you go really fast, you'll just pick one finger. Omnidad is starting a fight ring. Oh, South Dakota, dude. South Dakota so much needs that. Nate, if you're there and I missed your message, Nihai, yo, hey, if you're here too, what's up? If Alto or Alton, if it's Russian. South Dakota so needs something. Do you know how many times people are up that way? Actually, it's not a whole lot of times, to be honest, but there's times when people come in and be like, well, I'm up in like North Dakota, there's nothing around me. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, man. A fight ring in South Dakota would be amazingly awesome. Big, oh my God. Shirley Temple, Nate. Okay, yeah. Oh my God, Big Red. You got me there. Yeah, if I could pick between Big Red and Baja Blast, do they make Big Red anymore? 200 acres? What? Moss, good to see you, Moss. What's up, Jeremy? Thanks for tuning in. They still do. I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen it. Okay. You've just rewired my taste buds. Let's just say we'll keep Baja Blast as number 1. Totally, Big Red number 2. I would probably actually switch the order between 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Big Red. I'm actually surprised like they even still call it Big Red. I just thought it might have fallen victim to the whole thing where they said because of maybe they changed the logo or something, you know what I mean? Man, I used to get Big Red all the time. We used to ride our bikes for miles to get to this store to drink Big Red growing up. You want to know something funny? So when we were little, one of my friends used to do this stuff, and he used to go to the store and he'd say like, because they knew his dad, when we were like kids, like 8 years old, he'd say, hey, my dad told me to get him a pack of these. They'd be like, okay, here you go. You know, we get our Big Red, some candy, and then they'd give him a pack of those things, and he'd be like, thanks. And then my friend, it was for him. He was 8 years old, and he used to do this. Horrible. I didn't back then. I'm glad I didn't. Daedric, I'm about to maybe do melees again. I do them at times. I left off on hit number 30. I'm going to tell you all about it while I finish this set. So melees and me, I used to be total melee, just all melees, till I got into duels. This year, right, I'm doing really good in Boohurt International Duels. So I wanted to stick with that. I have 4 more events coming up that are just Boohurt International events for duels. They just announced online, I don't even know how it's working, but for the next one, that it could be in the USA, I'm going to be so mad if we're fighting in the United States for the finals. For the World Championships. I don't even know what's going on with that. But anyway, since I started sticking to duels the last couple years, I haven't meleeed too much. We have local events here I always melee for. If I go to like Ohio Ren Fair, I'll melee. I don't think I'm not like super high class melee fighter where I wouldn't be on like a Dominus or Kenyaz or like Tail Horse like starting teams, if you know what I mean. So everybody at camp is like, dude, you gotta come back to melee. When I went to Cincinnati Siege, everyone's like, dude, you should melee. So Daedric, do I right now? Not so much. Will I? Let's see what happens after the whole season's over for Boohurt International, and I see where I stand with the duels rankings. I just might. So the thing is, I'm gonna have to get another brig because the brig I have, the armor I have for melee does not pass Boohurt International rules. I would either have to fight strictly IMCF melee, or I'm gonna need a new brig to fight for Boohurt. So will I melee again? I bet you I probably will. Just do I right now? I really don't so much at the moment. But we've had two kind of local events lately that I meleeed for. Moss, 129. Let me see what it 30. Oh. Will you count it? 130? Okay, I'm just guessing that's what it is. So we'll just write that down. 130. Oh, yeah. The whiteboard's at camp. The dummies at camp. All my stuff's at camp. I'm on a sheet of paper. All I have is a sheet of paper and a longsword. Make sure I miss anything in the chat. Thanks for hitting that like button. Thanks for the follow. It doesn't say who. It was CT. Amadon, what's up? Oh, I've gotten destroyed in melee so many times. Oh, 159 in that set. Jeez, I was way off. All right. Well, thanks for keeping track of that set. All right. I had this whole thing where I was thinking when we first started, like I was gonna get like guest counters and Jeremy, thanks for that. That's much appreciated. Jeremy, hey, this is the. I don't have anything cool to do for donations today, so this is like what I did for those heart me's, like with Tin Man. I was like, hey, so Jeremy, hey, thanks for keeping track. That's my emote for the day. My whole plan was I was like, yeah, you know what? After a while, I'll have like guest counters on. My ex TikToks now, you know. Thanks, yeah. I used to tell her all the time, you know. She had like these self-esteem issues. And thanks for hitting that like button. Oh, see? Okay, look who's here. Seamstress, are you here? I can't reply to your own comment. I can't reply to your comment by texting. Ah, right. Daedric, the reply just below you. Perfect timing, huh? Check out some of her work. Seamstress has awesome work, and you can I'm like I got all my stuff a long time ago from somewhere else. I won't say it because it's not. I don't even think they're the same company anymore, which is why. But yeah, there you go. My first Gambison I got for free. But here's Seamstress right here. Yeah, check her out. Yep. And although I'm waiting, just so you know, after camp, I'm just waiting until after camp, and then I'm gonna order a belt flag. She makes awesome belt flags too, by the way. All kind of stuff. And when you said the word tailored, I wasn't just thinking like the form. I mean, I'm talking about custom, like the graphics and everything. Like you'll stand out with something made by Seamstress. Yeah, my first Gambison, something normal from like, it was before any of these medieval extremes or Boohurt techs even existed. It was just like a Gambison, a really thick Gambison. It's like it's so thick and heavy, and I love it for melee because I get hit sometimes in the gaps, and it's so thick and heavy. It actually, I now understand in like role-playing games how cloth armor can actually like be protective. I used to think that's so stupid, but now I get it. Hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. I totally understand now that cloth armor can protect you. Obviously not tons of protection, but you know, I can see. Man, I got to get my motorcycle going. I hear that's the same kind I have. I don't because I spend too much time sword fighting these days. yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Hold on, let me not lose track of this number. When I come back to chat, I'll have my next topic. All right, this should be 70. Look at this. If I miss, oh, that's how far my sword should miss by. Just in sword fighting in general. I believe that's 100. I'm not counting these to get it stuck in there. That should be about 100, everybody. No, you're all good. I'm pretty sure I cannot. Is that Boo the Hurt? Was Boo the Hurt there? Boo the Hurt, hey! If you're still there. So yeah, that's the thing. I was going to say, back when I started, I was like, yeah, I will have guest counters. Like, my ex, now she TikToks. I told her back in the day, never believed me. Like, she was so attractive, and she'd be like, no, she's just so like so like insecure about it. Would never believe me about it. Now she TikToks, and it's like she doesn't even really use hashtags effectively, and all these people tune in, and they're like, oh, all the guys drool over her or whatever. Haha. I told her. I hope she at least realizes it now. Took some TikTok recognition. Boo the Hurt. I am trying to share the celebration error. Yeah. It says Boo the Hurt. Ran out of letters, I guess. Thanks. I don't have anything special to do today. What's up? I don't have anything special to do. Only eat one food. I will just tell you right now, I'd probably pick wings as long as you get the variety of sauces. Or salad is the backup. Wings because I'd get more protein out of it. Salad, I would be so deficient in everything. Right? I know, man. It's no confidence like a TikTok confidence. What about you, Nate? If you had, let me know. Can I pick, if we had like a variety of sauces, like say, can I pick out, instead of just saying buffalo wings, can I say just wings and assume I get to pick out of 12 different sauces? If not, I'm gonna have to pick something else. But I used to tell her all the time, man. I'd be like, hey, like it's just she had this big self-confidence issue, and that kind of like destroyed everything in a way. Self-esteem, like it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Like, and then now here we are. She pops up in my TikTok sometimes, just like Pam came by earlier. Once in a while, somebody will come by. Ex-girlfriends and stuff still check me out on my YouTube. It's kind of funny. That's why sometimes I try and like watch what I'm saying, because to keep things personal, whatever, without people's stuff getting out there. But yeah, I will tell you, because I would tell her to her face, like all the time. I used to tell her that she's attractive. She like wouldn't totally believe me. Well, now she doesn't need these hashtags, and people just come by, and dudes just come by and go, oh, like so beautiful, or like I wish I was there with you, all that stuff. Good for her. But I tell you what, if she would have been my guest counter, all the dudes, the thirsty guys would be here just watching her count. I would have totally, and she would have totally done it. I've been like, she always wears these short shorts and stuff. Like, just stand there and hit this clicker. Oh, that's my alarms for something. I'd have just been like, hit the clicker every time I hit it. Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. Oh my. Yeah. Any sauce goes, Nate. Good. Yes, I would stick with the wings then. How about you? And if they ran out of the wings because we're eating them only for the rest of our lives, I'd pick salad next. But like a just garden salad. As long as I could pick different sauces. Oh, it said Mantis joined. I was like, huh. See, I got these things. I had to redo these. So Mantis, you got one of those things too. I put these little markers on there so I can see when certain people show up, like like my friends on here. I gotta update it because we got a lot of new friends now that I don't have the designated marker for. Because it kind of makes it easier. Because if I'm sitting here, I can actually see like that someone came by, that's not just a random person. And random people are great. That's how random people come by and they see me hitting a tree stump and they're like, man, I'm gonna follow this dude. I'm gonna watch this dude hit this tree stump a million times. Coming back to chat in a second. Oh, those alarms are going off because just in case I was still sleeping before work. Yeah, work called and gave me some time off. I got 4 hours off. If the emergency room doesn't get busy, they'll call me off. If the emergency room gets busy at 9, they'll say, come on in. All right. Ooh, it was on an angle. Ha! The blade was kind of bent. I believe that was 75. I could have been a little bit off. We're gonna get a guesstimate, bro. Tree beard only. Yeah, this is the giving tree. The giving tree. The boy used to come by and pick his branches to make stick swords, and then the boy got older and he came back, and the giving tree was like, I love you, I love you, I love you. You know, take what you need. So then the boy got a little bit older, and he used to come by and he'd eat the apples, and then he'd leave, and the tree would be like, you know, I miss you. I forget how the words, the story though, but the boy got a little bit older. He needed some money. Then he took the apples and he went and sold them. And he did. He just kept taking and taking. She was like, that's okay, I love you. And then he needed a place, then he got married, and he needed the leaves to make the decorations for all the wedding guests. They were getting leaf bouquets, so I took all leaves off the tree, and she was like, thank you. Then he needed a boat to go on his honeymoon to Italy, so he cut the tree down. He cut it down with a boo-hurt two-handed axe from Medieval Extreme. It wasn't a very clean cut because it's a blunt axe. But eventually got it down, and the tree was like, you know, I miss you. I don't ever see you anymore, but I love you, you know. Then the boy gets divorced in Italy. They stayed in Italy. He got a job there as a contractor at a nuclear waste dump site. The thing is that after a while, there's like this treaty between Italy and Austria and Japan. In all three countries, they had so they had this big cheesecake factory. And the thing is that they're arguing because all three of those countries wanted to build cheesecake factories in Italy. But they had all those waste dump sites. So what they did is they actually hired people from Switzerland to come by, and they cleaned up the nuclear waste, and then they shipped it off, and they actually dumped it next to the tree of all places. And so what happened was he was just out of business because once that he had that nuclear waste management job, the engineer job. So once all the waste left, he was unemployed. So he went back to the tree, and there wasn't any shade, there weren't any apples, there wasn't anything left. There was a tree stump. So he took up sword fighting, and he's like, the tree's like, hit me, just hit me, hit me. So he started hitting the tree. It is a Pell, and that's where we're at, I guess. Yeah, y'all want to hear my version Mantis, let me get a set in here. I will tell you, I went on, when I was younger, dream job, you know, I don't even really know anymore. Sometimes people are crazy, doesn't matter how many people. Oh, right. Boo. You're totally right. I would tell her all the time. Never believe me. Well, now everybody likes her on this app, so heck, I mean, she can believe them. And it's so weird because I'll start to go out with somebody and she'll follow me on TikTok again. It's so weird. It happened 3 times. I even texted her. It happened the first time. She came by. She texted me. I set up this date. I went out with somebody. It was a relationship that lasted like 3 or 4 months. The day we were going out, and I was like, yeah, let's do. We made plans. She followed me on TikTok. So weird. I was like, whatever, random stuff. Then it happened again, and I texted her about it again. And now it happened like the 3rd time. I was like, did you know, like, you know, I'll meet someone with some great potential for a relationship, and the day we make plans, like literally within 10 minutes, you'll follow me. And the most recent relationship I had, the day I was like, I made plans, she's like, okay, yeah, like, let's go out. I was like, awesome. I told her, like, a suggestion. She's like, cool, let's do it. Where we're going to meet, the time, everything. I went to bed. I woke up. Guess who followed me while I was asleep? My ex. Isn't that so weird? Like, how does she know? I will tell you, if y'all are still there, I sent an invitation by accident to somebody. I was just trying to hit the alarm, make the alarm shut up. Alright, so check this out. I have a coworker. I will tell you the whole story. It's almost just like that BS I was just talking about there with Japan and all that stuff. I don't know what my dream job was anymore. I really don't. I'm in nursing now, which I like. I don't know if it's dream job. My grandma used to tell me never be a doctor because doctors are so busy, which I learned dating a doctor twice. They're very busy people. I also don't condone dating doctors. I would tell you that right now. Condone. No, that's not a good. I actually also don't suggest that people date doctors. You want to have like a bad time sometimes, like you want to do something. Well, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I've had a lot of issues dating physicians because they're always busy. Busy. All right. So we had this secretary at work. I'm going to tell you the story I told her. Nate, I can't think of my dream job anymore, but I will tell you at least my story, what I told her, how I became a nurse. It's so funny. Let me get a set in here. I believe that was 50. Alarms. Whoa. I think it's 95, 96, 7, 8, 99, 100. That alarm screwed me up a little bit. Let me tell you how we also hear. Oh, who followed? It just shows the picture. Who was that? Motorcycles Forever, what's up? Yeah, like my grandma used to always tell me, never marry a doctor. Do you know why? She probably thought that too, is because she was married to one, to my grandpa. And and I found this out. So he was like, my grandpa was like the man up here in town at this hospital I work at. So it's like, he was like the highest one up, right? And had so many responsibilities, always doing stuff, always having to go places. So my grandma was telling me the truth. When I dated the first doctor I dated, always freaking busy. You know, you want to go away for something, I can't, or I'm on call, or this, or this. She get a lot of time off work, and it's stuff like that too, but it's always like, even when she's off work, stuff to do. I gotta go to this conference, like, so busy. Jeremy, pre-shift paperwork. Paperwork. I think all our jobs, who here has a job that doesn't have paperwork? I'm not raising my hand, I have lots of paperwork. You are lucky if you don't. Alright, so let me tell you this. Savage, what's up? What's up, MKH? What's up, I must have missed that. The comment. Anyway, alright, so check this out, right? We used to have secretaries at work. Unit secretaries. It was so nice because it's like, we need records from this hospital. She'd go, okay, and get the records. Now we got to do that crap. Now we have more work. They got rid of the secretary job. The secretaries would do all the discharge stuff. Not anymore. Now we do it. Anyway. Thanks for liking that live. Alright, so this secretary, she's like, one day she's like, what made you want to get into nursing? I'm going to tell you exactly how I told her. So I was like, well, I was a construction worker, right? And we used to work all these jobs out of town. Yeah. I used to go to Taco Bell only because of this. Now I don't go to Taco Bell so much anymore. Once they started packaging this stuff for us. Some made you general... You said some fool decided to make you general foreman of his oil refinery. I used to do foreman jobs. I kind of hated it because there were too many people in my crew that would mess stuff up. Yeah, the honeydew one, I hear we got to look out for that. All right, so this unit secretary, right? She's like, how'd you ever get into nursing? I'm like, well, I'll tell you exactly how I told her. I was like, well, we used to, because she knew I used to be a carpenter. I was in carpentry for like 10 years. Like, we're working out of town. We were working, it was in the winter. We were working in Delaware, and we were just building, I forget what I told her. We were working in Delaware, building the airplane hangar, right? A whole bunch of us. There's probably about 30 of us on this job. Well, it started snowing, the weather would be bad, so they only need a couple of us at a time. So one morning, me and my friend go out, we're working all day, we have to hang these metal supports, and we have to drill holes and get these bolts in there, and it's freezing out, and our hands are freezing. It's just hard to put the stuff up, and we took a couple breaks, because we were the ones working off the ground. Like, they only had, like, a couple of us there. Well, wouldn't you know it, while we're cutting all this metal, it was getting dark, and it was Christmas freaking Eve. We were working, but we were getting paid double time. And we're down there cutting, and it was so cold out, like I was switching, I had the ski mask on, and while I was taking like my hard hat off and all this stuff to switch because I was going to put on something else to get warm, he's cutting this metal, and this metal just shoots and it gets in my eyes, and I'm like, oh my god, like in both eyes, and I'm like on the ground holding my face like this. I'm like, I can't see, can't open my eyes. So he takes me to the hospital. We get there. They're like, man, we can try and get some of this out, but we got to go like right now. So they gave me these things, like it kind of held my eyelids open, and they took me down, and they just dumped this liquid in there, kind of numb it up, which thank God, because it hurt so bad. Every time I blinked my eyes, it would scratch in some of my eyelids. Numb my eyes up. They get these, so I can see. But everything's kind of blurry because, they get these tweezers, and they kind of got like this magnet too, and they're getting tweezers out, and they get all the metal out. And they're like, but now, like, so it doesn't get infected, they put these antibiotics in there, and then they tape both of my eyes shut, and they get me back to my room. It's a small hospital up in this backwards town in Delaware. Christmas Eve. I'm sitting there. I have no clue what time it is. The TV's on. I have the TV remote. It has a call button on it. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can't get up to find a bathroom. I need help. So I'm hitting the button, like, because I got to take a leak. I'm hitting the button for the nurse. Nobody comes by. I'm like, man, I was like, figured it's Christmas Eve, whatever. I was like, they're probably just short-staffed. Then I could hear people yelling. I hear someone down the hall going, help, help me. And they're screaming, and then more people are screaming. I can just hear people all over on this whole little hospital unit I'm on, like people yelling help and stuff like that. So I swear, and I can't see the clock, but I swear like hours have gone by now. And I get up, and I'm like, oh shit. So I kind of find a wall. I'm walking down the hall. I find a railing. I'm like, cool. There's like this little rail, I guess, so if you're in a wheelchair or something, you can or support yourself. Following this railing down the hall, and I'm hear someone going help, like just screaming, and I stop, and then I feel on my leg, and I look down. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, there's no one here. He's like, we're by ourselves. He's like, what do you mean we're by ourselves? He's like, the nurses, they went home for Christmas. There's a blizzard. He's like, and they left us. I was like, what's going on? He's like, I'm bleeding. I was like, where? He's like, I got the stomach surgery. He's like, my stitches popped open. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, all right. I was like, I got you. Totally blind, right? And he's like, the supply closet's down the hall on the left, first door on the left. I get in the supply closet. I'm feeling around. I feel gauze. I'm like, I already got gauze. I got like, okay, this bottle is like, I kind of like, oh, all right. We got tape, all this stuff. So I go back out in the hallway. I'm like, where are you? He's like, I'm here. And I go back on the railing. I get back to this guy, and he's like, okay. He's like, my stomach. He's like, my stitches split open. I'm gonna get infection if they don't get sealed up. I'm like, I got you, man. And I'm feeling around. I can feel his where the stitches split. I'm packing all this gauze in there, and I get this tape. I'm like, putting tape on it. And then I hear someone else just screaming, and then someone's like, I didn't get my meds tonight. And I'm like, oh my God. And I get over, and I'm like, I get to the room, like, this guy's like, I need my Eliquis. He's like, because I have AFib, I'm gonna have a stroke. I'm like, I'll get you your Eliquis. I get outside, and it's Braille. And I used to know Braille because when I grew up, my cousin taught me Braille because he was blind, and I find all the meds. I'm like, here's the med room. Anyway, I went on and on like that, right? And then at the end, she's like, oh my God. And I was like, I was just kidding. She believed that. I could go on. I went on for 10 minutes. I probably made it more believable. But I said, you know, I was like, I fixed that guy's, I was like, I patched that guy up, like I passed meds, you know, all this stuff. And I figured, you know, like they're like, you should be a nurse. And I was like, you know what? I will. That's what I told her at the end. Yeah, she believed the whole thing. Like, how are you going to believe somebody's going around? Like, I had these patches on my eyes, you know, and I'm like fixing someone's, where their stitches busted open. She believed the whole thing. All right, where are we at? We're at 1, 2, 3, 400, 500, 600, 7, 8. I don't even know where we're at. It's about, we're streaming till 7. Yeah. I was just going on. She's just going like, every time she's like, I just keep adding details to make it sound more crazy, to the point where she believed the whole thing. I was like, do you think like I would know what to do to like stitch someone up or something? It was so funny. She believed the whole thing. I'm gonna get some sets in here. I don't know what set we're on. They're all random. I mean, I don't know what total we're on. We're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're over 1,000. Oh, just so everybody knows, I think I said it earlier, all the donations, I donated all that money we raised to Alex's family today. So I'm going to post that. That'll be in with this highlight video. This highlight video is going to be me hitting the stump a couple times. I'm going to show how I'm going to have the receipt from making the PayPal donation to Alex's family from that fundraiser live stream we did. You know, I would imagine people would figure like it's an honest thing I did, but just in case, so no one out there ever says, hey, well, did you ever donate that money? Like, you know what? Check out day 43 of my Million Hits on a Pell. The receipt's in there. You know what I mean? It's just this day and age. Would you believe anybody? Like, I just told you that whole bullcrap story about how I became a nurse. Yeah, I would just keep adding stuff. The part when I was telling her that I don't think I forget what I said, but I said somebody's stitches popped open, and like I sat there and I found like a stitching kit and all this stuff, and I leaned over on the floor, and I could feel like the edges of his wound, and I was stitching it up, you know, because my sister used to sew dresses when I grew up, and I used to have to try on all her dresses, and then I'd watch her and how she used to sew, you know, and I was just saying stuff like that, and she'd be like, I was like, man, she believes that. So I'd go a little crazier. Yeah, like, you know, like they said needing the meds. Luckily, there's Braille and everything. And my brother, growing up, he was blind, and I learned how to read Braille, and I could be like, okay, this is Eliquis. Like, get the medicine out. Like this is your metoprolol. They said metoprolol. Yeah. All right, let's get a couple more hits on here. What do you say? I bought this whole bottle of water. I've only drank the Mountain Dew. But we're not getting that sweaty today anyway. I'll take that water to camp. It'll come in handy. Whoops. $55, $56, $57. $79, $80. $95, which should be at 95. Make sure I miss anything in chat. I see some new. Yo, Allenson. Yo, Plague Baby. Yeah. Wait, are you saying you have a story about chopsticks? How did you learn to use chopsticks? Well, I was on a flight to France. The stewardess was coming by. We had to pick out of White Castle burgers or sushi. I picked the sushi. Well, wouldn't you know, they had chopsticks. They come by, I got my drink. They give you a bag of peanuts. I'm like, when is the sushi coming? She's like, it'll be coming around in a half hour. Once we hit the traveling speed, you can take off your seatbelts. We'll be around with all the full course meals. It's like, all right, cool. I'm having my peanuts. Low pressure alarm goes off. The bags pop down, right? So it says to help out. There's this kid sitting beside me, so I put his on first because it tells you to put yours on first. But I was like acting like, you know what? I want to save him before me, so I put his mask on. Breathe. I get mine on. We're good. Well, we can get to sushi. Pilot makes this emergency landing. We were flying to France. We landed in. We were just getting to. This is where I shouldn't have said France. We got to England. We landed in England. Back in the day, no one ate sushi in England. I'm like, dude, I just wanted to get this sushi. So, wouldn't you know, there's so over there, I guess you can travel by train. Get these tickets to France. I was like, I just need to get to France. We're going to this specific hotel because there's a museum nearby. There's a couple memorial things we're going to check out. Tracks went just to it. And wouldn't you know, as I was looking at the Google thing, I just searched sushi, and there's a sushi place right when you get off the train. Everything's going great. Get to France. They're like, here's your stop. I get off. I'm pulling my freaking suitcase out of the door. The door closed on my suitcase, and it's on wheels. I'm pulling on it. I get my foot on the door. And when it pulls free, I kind of lost my balance. My suitcase came with me. I fell down the steps. End up in the hospital. No sushi, because I had to go to the hospital. So they're like, dude, you broke both your legs. I was like, can I get out of here? I was like, does my insurance cover it? They're like, tell you what, the Prime Minister is going to cut you a deal. He's like, because it was the train's fault, your hospital stays covered, but you're going to have to pay for your medicine and your toiletries. I was like, that's cool. I was like, whatever. I was like, well, how long do I got? He's like, you got 1 week. We'll get you to therapy. You can get on your way. I was like, well, I'm leaving back home. My whole trip is ruined. I was like, it's only 8 days long. I'm spending 7 days in this hospital. I'm going to get out. I have 1 day to do everything. I get therapy. They're like, actually, you're doing really good. You're good to go. I'm like, all right, well, it's a Sunday. I have 1 day left in France. The museums are closed. The sightseeing places are all closed. I was like, I'm gonna go to that sushi place. Go to the sushi place. It's French. Like, what'd you like? I'm just looking like, man. I was like, okay. I was like, I like salmon. I like tuna, eel. I was like, let me try that eel. Oh, and then sea urchin. I was like, eel and sea urchin. They gave me the eel and the sea urchin. Gave me some chopsticks. Never used chopsticks before in my life. Take them out. There's a little insert. Shows, you know, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can tie them together with a rubber band, or it shows you to hold it like this, and then you can pick at them, right? Like, all right, whatever. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, dropped it. Well, guess what? As I'm sitting there, struggling with these things, who comes by but Jennifer Aniston? I was like, I'm in France, and she comes to the same sushi place. She comes, she gets the eel, just like me. I'm like, oh, all right. So she has a couple of like bodyguards with her. So the one bodyguard standing next to me, because I'm like kind of up next to the register. I'm like, hey man. I was like, do you know, does she know how to use chopsticks? And he's like, of course she does. She's rich and she's famous. She eats sushi all the time. I was like, can you ask her to teach me? I was like, I got you, bro. Orders. He goes, Jennifer, this guy, this gentleman here said he does not know how to use chopsticks. She sits down across from me. She's like, okay, hold it like this. I'm like, okay. And she's like, take the other one, you hold it like this. I'm like, all right. She's like, now you take it, you use this like a hinge, and she's like, you kind of bend it, you grab it, and you squeeze it. I'm like, awesome. And as soon as I'm doing this, she like grabs my hand like real soft. She's like, no. She's like, what's this? And she takes her arm through mine, and we go like this and feed them to each other. So I'm sitting there with Jennifer Aniston, we're feeding each other, and I'm just like picking sushi up. I'm like this, like whoosh, popping it in Jennifer Aniston's mouth. Same with me. I'm like going, and she's just dropping like the ginger. Well, she'll take a chopstick and swipe it in wasabi. I'll be like this, right down my tongue. I'm like, oh, I'm like Jennifer, you're so spicy. Like she's like, haha. That's how I learned. And that's how I learned how to use chopsticks. Just making it up. I don't know. I do have a great joke. My friend at camp has this has turned into like a not sword fighting stream. We got till 7, everybody. This is a non-sword fighting stream, I guess. There's a really good joke. It takes a while to build up. I know, right? Ninja moves. I don't even know how to do that. I know people do that though, where they take ice cream and you like interchange hands and you feed it to each other or something. Me and Jennifer Aniston trading sushi. She's like, you want some wasabi? And she just put the wasabi on a chopstick. I'd be like right down the center of my tongue. Like, Jennifer, you're like, oh, you're so spicy. My friend has this really good joke, and it takes a while to get to the point. But if I can get him to do it live, I don't know though. I don't know if we want people to know it. It is a freaking amazing joke though. We'll see. Let me get a set in here, and I'm coming right back to chat. There's wood chips flying. I better get the glasses on. Miss. $62, $63, I believe. We'll say it's 70. I want to get more than 100. Whoops. 6, 87, 88, 89, 90. 91. Alright, it should be 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. 7, 8, 9. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We'll say like 122. We're streaming until 7. I have Dante. Hey, actually, it's funny. We're just talking about that. Someone else asked that earlier. I mainly do duels. I may get back into melee if it's a local event. Hey, Dante. Boo the Hurt, recognize you? I don't know what PFP means. You mostly focus on duels. That's because I'm doing really good in them this year for Boo Hurt International. I have 4 more Boo Hurt events coming up. If I can get if I can keep winning, like 2nd place or better, I bet you I make at least the backup. If I can get a 1st in 1 or 2 of these, I bet you I can be the guy for Sword and Buckler for Boo Hurt International. We gotta see how it goes though. There's a lot of time left in the season. Since I've been doing good at that, if I could make it for duels, I would be like, oh, like so happy. I'm trying to in longsword, but it's not working out. I'm not winning as much, and I'm down the list on longsword. Sword and Buckler though, doing really good. We have PFP. Okay, I gotcha. We have local events. I always fight melee in local events. My thing is, if I don't, whatever happens after the season with duels, because I've spent so much time going to duels events that I may switch back to melee, like or do more of it next year. People at camp that I'm camping at this week, I'm not camp right now because I'm supposed to be working tonight. They'll be like, dude, you need to do melee again. Or people at Cincinnati like, man, when are we gonna get to fight in melee again? I'd be like, I must have to get back into melee. So the thing is, I can't do Boo Hurt International events with my melee kit because my armor doesn't pass. It doesn't pass the authenticity anymore. It used to, way back in the day. So we'll see. It'll have to be IMCF melee. And if I get back into melee, of course, I'm probably gonna want to do good. So I don't know. It'll depend. You know, you can go to like you can go to like Boo Hurt International. You can fight on the other teams. You don't even have to fight for the US. It's a little rusty. I shine it up every once in a while though. This is there it is. It's a purple heart armory sword. 195 bucks, long sword. You can get this. See, it has some flex to it. It has this rolled tip. You can use this to fight Hema, not Boo Hurt. It's got some tree bark in there or something. 195 bucks. I've hit this thing off this tree stump off of the training dummy hundreds of thousands of times. Like, I bet you it's at least 500,000 hits with this thing. Oh, nice. Just starting a club. Well, do you guys have a name for it and everything already, or like a page? Our team, Pittsburgh Armored Combat, we don't even have a TikTok for it because we all just do our own things. We have a team, but we just do our own stuff. We have a team and we just all do different events. It's kind of funny. Chris and Heather fight on different teams. I fight with just duels anymore. But when we have local events and there's nothing going on, then, because Chris usually fights with Pale Horse, so, and Heather's with Matigos, I believe, usually, so, when they fight, those are teams they're on. We have a team, but we don't fight on it. And then I just fight independent, like for duels. But we had an event where we all came together and fought like as a Pittsburgh team kind of recently. Yo, and Boo the Hurt again. Thanks for like, geez, oh my gosh, I just saw it's like 17,000. Yo, thank you, everybody. I don't have anything cool to do today. I wrote this down earlier. Salmon had the first thing a day. I don't have anything to do, but tell everybody thanks. I wrote that in my, that's my personal handwriting there, for hitting that like button, all that stuff. Oh, what? Oh, you picked up from the airport. That's awesome. Ha ha ha. Yeah, love that guy. Nice. I'm taking a screenshot of that just to remember for later. So I'll keep an eye out. You know, if you guys end up on Facebook or you get an app, Instagram, I'll be able to find you. Our team's Pittsburgh Armored Combat. Our main thing is on Facebook, Pittsburgh Armored Combat. But like I'm saying, like, we don't really even, we have a team, but we just do our own things. You know, like I was saying earlier, the Chris and Heather are really good. Like, Chris is on like one of the better melee teams in the US, you know? Like, why fight with our team when you can fight on a better team? That's how it kind of is in this sport. If you really want to, if you're really good, you should consider fighting on one of those all-star teams. Chances are you'll go farther in the sport fighting with other people who are really good than fighting on a team with a bunch of people that you're just friends with. You know what I mean? It depends what you want to get out of the sport. I don't consider myself good enough to fight on one of those all-star teams, so I fight with like whatever. I'll merc with like at Carnage next year. I may see, I don't know, because I have to see how I do this season, but one of these events I want to merc with New York. You know, I might ask them if they need somebody. $36, $37. $60. Not counting the last one. There's about 60. We got 3 minutes to go, everybody. Just so you know, before this live stream, because I'm getting off about 7. I need to go get varnish for one of my friends up at camp. I haven't eaten anything since I woke up 2 hours ago. Hit that Witcher spin hit. I don't exactly know it. I'll do some kind of spin. We got one more set to do. I'll do some spins in it. I haven't watched anything on TV, including news, in probably like in over 15 years. Like, I don't even look at the weather report. I go outside and I go like this. Like, it's gonna rain, or it looks sunny. I've seen, I bet you, less than a dozen movies in the last 15 years. Now, all the stuff, like old stuff, I've seen tons of older movies, like Airplane or things like that. But I haven't seen a newer movie except a couple kid things when my daughter was growing up. You know, like I'm like never sitting around. Well, like, you know, instead of spending like all this time, I could have been like watching something. Like, I could have woke up today and be like, what's on TV? But you know, I did. I woke up. I was like, let's go swing some swords somewhere, and that's what we did. Gonna be at camp. There's no TVs at camp. I don't say I don't watch anything, because I watch like Scooby and Salmon and Boo the Hurt, who's in here. If you check out Boo the Hurt, he streams sometimes. You know, I usually watch people like streaming and stuff. So I'm not saying I don't watch anything, but I don't watch like TV. I don't know the movies. Let me see if there's anything I missed there in chat. I'll trust science. It doesn't have anything to do with science. It's just I don't watch. I just don't have time to. I don't watch anything. I would gladly trust science. It's just like, yeah, I mean, do I want to sit around and watch a bunch of people like act out a story, or do I want to get out and go do archery, or like sword practice, or my daughter do the, like, practice lacrosse or something like that. Like, you know, I'd rather stay busy than sit there and watch something, if that makes sense. And a lot of stuff I just don't, but once CGI kind of ruined it for me. Like, great example, we were watching Salmon stream a bunch of stuff, Lord Salmon on here, like older movies, you know, used to have actual like effects, you know. Once CGI really took over and AI, like, there's no way I would sit through and watch a movie that's generated by AI. Like, I don't even, if I can't already, I only watch certain YouTube channels because on certain topics, because I don't want to like end up watching AI stuff. And I think AI is going to ruin movies even more than CGI ruined it for me. Once people stop doing like actual stunts. You ever watch the movie Caveman? Perfect example, with Ringo Starr. Claymation, dinosaurs, stuff like that. You know, I would much rather watch like people making props and things than CGI. Once they had CGI with explosions, and sure, it's good. But, you know, like stuff like this, these crazy movies where things explode and it's so much computer animation, like, I just can't get into it. That kind of ruined it with movies. Let me do a set, and then we'll wrap this up, because it is after 7. Which is the best movie? Caveman? Seamstress? Ooh. 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 Ooh, I need to get some ooh. Yeah. Bachata? Ooh. Tonda? Tonda? Nya nya. Puka, Baba puka Tonda ra maja ra baba ya maja ba puka. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Anybody just tune in and be like, what is up with this dude? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Ugh. I bet you, now that my daughter's seen it, I bet you I could talk her into dressing up. We could do the caveman thing. Someone has shown me, or she was showing me, that someone just bought a Tukes caveman outfit for, like, I forget what the price was, but the original outfit from the movie. $52, $53. $68, $69, whoop, $69, $70. $80. $85. We'll just leave it at $85. Yeah. Oh, that would be a great one. So let me see. A rough S, a great costume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We probably got about 1,200 hits on here, which is good. I didn't want to kill it with this, because this is like a lot of impact on this tree. Tomorrow, that'll be good. Kind of like DJ4Y. So yeah, that's where we're at today with this tree stump. Like I said, the upload today is going to have also the proof of we donated Alex's fundraiser thing. So it'll be a short video, because just want to make sure that gets documented. So it'll probably be me hitting this a couple times. The usual shout outs for anyone who left a donation. The not fan club, the freaking official crew, for everyone who subscribes in the highlight video. Tomorrow morning, I'll tell you this, if I go to work tonight, it'll be a bit later in the day. But if I'm off tonight, tomorrow morning, you but Chata crew. Anyone who subscribes, I will. Oh, so check this out. The suspenders thing will probably be the subscriber only one. I cut that comment out because as I was thinking, whether you know or not, the guy who had no shirt on the right that was drilling is actually a pretty popular dude. And I figured, I don't know if I want to be sitting there going like, haha, yeah, he should get some medieval suspenders. Because I didn't want it to be like, come back and people say, oh, they're making fun of him. So I will make that the subscriber special when we were talking about, like, haha, you have, like, haha, I wish, yeah, just think if he needs some medieval suspenders. Because the guy's butt crack was hanging out. Yeah. I was thinking about that, or I was about to. I uploaded the whole exchange as like a 4-minute long video earlier today. I thought it was funny. But yeah, tomorrow, if I go to work, I'll post it, my thingy, up by my name. I'll post when I find out when I'm gonna stream. Either way, though, we're trying to get a bunch of hits. All right, everybody. So I gotta go. I need to buy some varnish for my friend at camp. I need to go get some wool, and see if I got to go to work here. I got to call them in 2 hours. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for hitting that like button. Oh my God, we got almost 18 and a half. We got 18,500. We'll see y'all soon at camp for the next broadcast, everybody. See ya. Thanks for tuning in. Later on. Yo, and everybody, Denny, you came in right when everybody tunes in right when we're leaving.